Alrighty. We should now be live on YouTube. We're actually on time tonight. We've got ourselves a historic tornado outbreak, unfortunately, currently unfolding across much of the central and southern plains. We've got multiple tornado-warned storms that are actively producing significant tornadoes. The one that we're going to focus on here for the next 10 to 15 minutes in particular is going to be the one on the north side of Tulsa, and we'll give you an update on that in just a second here. But I do want to quickly mention that we also have a tornado-warned thunderstorm near Boley, Oklahoma, that is also likely producing a tornado right now, or has the very real potential to do so shortly. So, if you guys are out here in any of these, orange or yellow shaded or even the green shaded regions this evening, we need you to be on high alert. Be prepared to know where you're going to go if a tornado warning does get issued. Again, you want to get on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows, and in an interior room. We had, as many of you guys are probably aware, a devastating, violent, exceptionally violent even, I would say, tornado move through southern Michigan less than 3 hours ago here. Let me go and get Stream Chat up really quickly. You know, I really was not expecting anywhere east of the Mississippi to perform anything beyond a significant windbag. But once I saw a tornado warning get issued here in southern Michigan with, some decently tight circulation, I kept a close eye. And within 10 minutes, we saw what was likely the most violent tornado that we've seen thus far this year. And also one of the most long-tracking tornadoes we've seen so far this year. I mean, genuinely comparable, if not more intense than what we saw last night in Oklahoma. And it impacted multiple large communities directly, unlike our tornado in Oklahoma last night that was mostly moving through rural areas. We saw this tornado specifically impact the communities of Union City and Three Rivers, Michigan, the most intensely. The community of Mendon and Leonidas also likely took a direct hit. We've got tens of thousands of customers without power right now, so again, our thoughts and prayers need to be heading this way. Again, this was a tragedy. This was a devastating tornado, and one that we have not seen the likes of in this portion of the world in, years. So, again, prayers for all involved, and again, this comes less than 2 years after Union City, Michigan faced a significant EF2 tornado wedge that was given a tornado emergency back in 2024. So, anyway, again, we are going to be here tonight for as long as necessary. I do appreciate all you guys for tuning in. Again, please, 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 more than ever, we need you to click those like and subscribe buttons down below to help push out this stream to more people. Again, we are watching what is, in my opinion, an underrated tornado outbreak from the Storm Prediction Center unfold. I posted on my community tab earlier that I would likely, throw out that double sig hatch risk for this event and, potentially even a 15% tornado probability. But obviously the SPC knows best as it relates to meteorology, or at least knows better than we do here. So we're going to trust their word. But again, what we are seeing right now actively, again, this is a live situation, is a violent tornado moving through the north side of downtown Tulsa. This is near Turley, Oklahoma. If you are included in this tornado warning on the north side of Tulsa, you need to be running, not walking to your safe spot. This is a violent tornado ongoing. Again, this is just north of Tulsa. Over Turley, a large debris signature indicative of a tornado lifting debris, pieces of homes, trees, and whatever else, thousands, if not tens of thousands of feet into the atmosphere. So, again, right now this is moving through the Turley area. Again, north of Archer Heights. Again, this is the north side of Tulsa. This is a violent tornado, most likely ongoing now. That escalated very quickly. And again, this is what we're going to devote our attention here to for, the next little while, or at least until this lifts, as this is a serious situation. Again, a violent tornado ongoing just north of Tulsa. Again, significant debris being lofted, at least 5,000 feet into the atmosphere, likely greater. Again, the exact numbers don't really matter all that much. I would not be shocked if they were to upgrade this tornado warning to a PDS alert. But again, at this point, really, you just need to be treating this as seriously as possible because this is again, potentially intense to violent tornado in a metro area. Again, specific, classifications and, different pieces of terminology that we use, like violent, intense, whatever. I mean, again, you need to be taking this as seriously as possible. This is just ripped through the north side of downtown Tulsa near Orchard Heights, Hawthorne, Shady Oaks, Sharon Heights, North Ridge, and Turley. So if you know anybody that, lives out here on the north side of Tulsa, or really anywhere near downtown, please make sure that they are doing okay. And what we've got to do now is alert the communities that are ahead of this thing. So, again, the communities here on the far northern outer suburbs of Tulsa, like Collinsville, even Skiatook, potentially the east side of town, if this tornado occludes north, could be in the direct path of a significant tornado. This is still an observed tornado warning, but again, it has been reissued here for Uloga, Vera, Collinsville, and Skiatook. So, if you guys are out here in this tornado warning, you need to be running, not walking to your safe spot. This is a deadly tornado ongoing. Again, it's not a far cry to say that this could be an intense to violent tornado even. So again, please, please, please make sure that you are taking this as seriously as possible and running, not walking to your safe spot. Again, this is just southeast of Sperry and south of Collinsville. So if you guys are out here in this area, we need you to be taking this situation again as seriously as possible. What's up, Storm Chaser 575? This is a deadly, destructive, and again, potentially intense to violent tornado northwest of the Tulsa airport. Again, this just passed through Turley, and we are watching this continue to push north-northeast pretty quickly here. Again, with potentially direct impact towards the Collinsville community if this tornado were to stay on the ground for long enough. Again, this tornado was likely already crossed the Cherokee Expressway. Perhaps occluding, but again, at the very least, we've still got debris fallout here being lofted, thousands of feet up into the atmosphere. We've got pieces of homes and trees and whatever else falling from the sky. And whenever you've got debris that high up in a storm this powerful, I mean, it can fall at a rate of over 100 miles per hour, and that's how we see people get hurt in situations like this. They think that the tornado's over, so it's an all clear. No. You got that debris fallout. Extremely dangerous situation to be in here if you're west of Owasso. Again, honestly, at this point, this tornado is probably near the lakes at Bailey Ranch. It's probably past Carrington Point, but again, we need you guys, everybody in this tornado warning, to stay in your safe spot. March is most certainly coming in strong. Alan, how's it going? Again, we're going to get back to the recap of our Michigan tornado in a little while, but right now we want to make sure that we are covering all of our bases here, because whenever we've got a situation where we have a significant tornado in an area this populated, we are almost just asking for fatalities if we don't try to do everything that we can to keep everybody out here safe. So, again, I really do appreciate you guys for tuning in. There are so many streamers tonight, so the fact that you chose to tune in here really does mean a whole lot to me. Again, this is, if you're just now tuning in, a significant to potentially even intense tornado still ongoing here west of Owasso. Again, the good news is this tornado does look to be occluding, but a recycle cannot be outruled, so we need you guys to remain in your safe spot if you are north of Tulsa. Again, a lot of these mergers look to have kind of killed this storm's inflow here. Our storm to the south that is also tornado warned near Okima, just northeast of Boley, is strengthening in rotation as well, so a good chance that this guy down here is producing a tornado just west of IXL. So again, make sure that you are seeking shelter immediately if you are north of IXL or east of IXL near Haydenville, Mason, Okfuskee, or Tuskegee. Again, this is a extremely dangerous situation right now for areas north of Owasso. I cannot repeat that enough. Again, potentially still an ongoing tornado here, approaching Collinsville. Give me just a second. Just gotta plug something in really quickly. Again, please, 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 if you are just now tuning in, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. We do this every day for areas all across the country. And we are attempting to push this stream out to as many people as possible. Because, again, I think that this is an event that was being, in all honesty, slept on a little bit. And again, I don't just mean by the SPC just because they put out an outlook that I disagree with slightly. I just mean, in general, again, I think that there was probably a little bit less preparation for this storm than it should have been treated with. So we've got to make sure that we are, watching out today, especially given what we've seen over the last 24 hours. Again, violent tornadoes in Oklahoma last night. Violent tornado in Michigan today, and an intense to violent tornado just south of Tulsa earlier. An intense tornado again in Tulsa within the last 20 minutes. So, again, we are going to try to make sure that we are keeping everybody covered here. Again, still maybe, just maybe, a little bit of debris fallout there northwest of Owasso, so if you're near the Bailey Medical Center, we need you to be seeking shelter immediately. Collinsville, Uloga. Again, we need you to run, not walk, to your safe spot there. Again, this tornado was likely already crossed the North Memorial Drive East. It's nearing Country Estates in the Falls at Garrett Creek at this point. And then again, our storm to the south is just off to the northeast of Bully at this point with its rotation. Again, if there were to be an ongoing tornado here, it would not shock me. We're a little ways away from radar, so we're likely not going to see a debris signature even if this is on the ground, which is what really does scare me here. I would not be shocked to see that produce in the slightest. What's up, Rain Maves? Again, where are all you guys tuning in from? We've got, tens of millions of people included in at least a marginal risk of severe weather today, probably close to 100 million people, so let me know where y'all are watching from, so we know what areas we need to be looking out for. Again, obviously, we're just going to stay focused in on where our most intense activity is right now, but if we have some folks watching from, Iowa, that's an important area as well tonight. Not necessarily looking for as much of a tornado threat out there. Storm mode's a little bit messier. You got a little bit less instability, but again, still definitely that potential for some big-time hail, some wind, and, we cannot entirely rule out a tornado or two. Again, this is what your Storm Prediction Center outlook looks like for tonight. You've got that big hatched indicator going all the way from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, back through to Dallas, Texas. Again, that is indicative of an area where the Storm Prediction Center thinks that we could see tornadoes up to EF2 intensity. But the areas where we think that the activity is going to be the most widespread are across these yellow shaded regions. If you're included in one of those yellow shaded boxes there, you've got at least a 10% chance of seeing a tornado tonight. So, again, we're going to be on the lookout for you guys. And again, I say at least because, again, in my opinion, this is an event that could warrant a 15% hatched tornado probability. But again, not here to dunk on the SPC. For all I know, they could end up being right, and we may not see anything else tonight. But from the way things are shaping up, at this point, it is a great likelihood that we see this verify a little bit beyond the SPC's expectations, I would imagine. But again, they are in a very rough spot, just because they've just, swapped over to this new Outlook style. So again, they've got a whole lot on their plate, and we are extremely grateful that they are keeping at what they do here. Again, likely no longer an ongoing tornado here approaching Collinsville, but we need you to remain in your safe spot either way. Again, still a big-time area rotation. There's some wind, some hail. But again, at this point, really, this is just in the case that a tornado does recycle with this storm. We are not actively seeing anything on the ground, most likely, but again, we need you to treat this situation as if we are. By the way, didn't even mention yet, we do have several chasers out there tonight. Pretty much all of the chasers at our disposal on the right-hand side of your screen. You got Freddie McKinney on top, SRM in the middle. Both of those two are in along the Oklahoma-Kansas state line. And then you got PA Storm Trackers. They are out there in, I think that says Newton, Kansas. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm misreading that. But that definitely seems to be a real possibility. I think they were in Wichita earlier, so I wouldn't doubt it. So again, we got a lot of good chasers out there tonight that are going to be bringing us a view at what's going on at the surface here. Again, we just go over to another radar site. You can see how intense that rotation is there, even still just northeast of Owasso. So again, I mean, this is nothing to scoff at here, guys. Wow, and we have, or excuse me, sorry, that was several scans updated. I got a little concerned there for a second. Again, likely no longer an ongoing tornado here, but I don't think that we can entirely rule out a recycle yet. Again, we got a lot of nudgers out here, a lot of mergers. I like to call them constructive storm mergers. That's whenever they actually help a storm intensify rather than kill it like they usually do. And then again, I wouldn't rule out our storm north of Okima yet. Still some pretty intense rotation there just northeast of Mason. Approaching the east side of Tuskegee. Tuskegee, however you pronounce that. And if you guys have any, town names that I'm pronouncing wrong, please do not be shy to let me know. Because we want to make sure that everybody knows specifically what areas we're referring to. And your weatherman here has not been down to Oklahoma once in his life. So there's a good chance I'm butchering a lot of these. But anyway, again, just south of Collinsville is where our area of circulation was located last scan. Again, at this point, pretty safe to say that it's at least on the south side of town by now. Again, not done with our storm just off to the northeast of Boley. If anything, that rotation is still intensifying further, it would appear. And it actually looks like we could be seeing a velocity couple of handoff here. So, if you're not familiar with what that is, basically our tornado dies out, and it kind of brings some of that energy and some of that juice that it had further off in any direction, but usually a couple miles away from where original tornado was. And we start to see rotation intensify in another part of the storm and a new hook echo develops. It looks like that could be what we're watching here start to take place near East 126th Street North. Maybe that's just, an odd scan on velocity, but that looks like it could definitely be a new area of rotation. So, again, anywhere northeast of Collinsville, now is your time to go. Again, even in Collinsville. Again, the kind of tornadoes that we've been seeing today have had the potential to loft debris and have lofted debris tens of thousands of feet up into the atmosphere. And that can get thrown pretty far away from where the actual condensation funnel is, so that's why these tornado warning polygons have to be so long, so wide. Again, this one is 17 miles wide. And again, this is a pretty typical tornado warning polygon in terms of its shape. Again, at this point, not a whole lot else to talk about other than our Oklahoma storms. We were forecasting for potentially a minorly greater threat for a tornado or two up here near Kansas City throughout the day, but really a lot of the confidence in this event came from the southernmost storms here. And that is definitely what's been performing. It really hasn't been that, Iowa, Nebraska mode. And still some damaging winds there. But as far as our storm down here near Centerville, near Collinsville goes, I, again, would not rule out another tornado here. Had a pretty decent recycle, and now is this time, this storm's time to shine. Our tornado warning to the south expires in 10 minutes, so get ready to seek shelter if you're near Slick or Biggs, because there's a good chance that we see that get reissued here shortly. Just west of the Okmulgee area, west of Muskogee Nation, Winchester Mounds. And then again, to all of our folks out here in Collinsville, make sure that you are underground if you can get there. Otherwise, just get on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows, and in an interior room. Okay. Again, still some broad rotation there at the very least, near Collinsville. Again, right now not too impressed with our storm west of Springfield. Looks like a big hailer. With a couple of mergers though, I mean, that could develop a pretty gnarly hook echo. It looks like it's starting to take that shape already. So, everybody out there near Greenfield, Missouri, and especially near like the Lockwood area, be ready. Yeah, I mean, this thing has almost fully redeveloped a defined hook echo southeast of Collinsville. Again, that merger kind of cut off its steam there for a little bit, but man, is she back. Again, I mean, that's a nice area rotation there, northwest of Limestone, man. So again, all you guys out there near Uloga, again, I know I'm butchering that town name and I apologize, but the community northeast of Collinsville, get ready. And I mean, just, again, be in your safe spot. There's no need to be above ground at this point. If you can get underground, that is, of course. Again, if you can't, lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows, middle of your house. Again, just, I mean, embedded in that nasty cluster of storms, even if you zoom a ways out, you can still see that iconic Oklahoma supercell shape. So, again, we're going to watch here. Anyway, I appreciate all you guys tuning in tonight. Feel free to share the stream, greatly appreciated. Donations are also greatly appreciated, obviously, but entirely optional. And I don't want anybody to feel like there's any pressure to donate or anything. Yeah, I mean, again, that is a nasty hook echo. So, east of Collinsville here, you guys are potentially seeing this tornado redevelop. And again, our storm near Biggs does have a new tornado warning now. If you're in Biggs, Winchester, Mounds, you guys have got to be, again, getting to your tornado safe spot. You got to, again, not an insane area of rotation there, but definitely more than enough to bring us a tornado. So, storm near Caldwell, Kansas, going up in 6 STP. Caldwell, Kansas. Otter, you want to call, my dude? Getting kind of lonely here. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty decently ripe environment. Alright, we're going to get Otter on the horn. I'll call you up on Discord if that's alright. Let's see. Let's go to friends. Otter. Should have done a video call, could have got him to face reveal. Otter.
Yo.
There he is.
Hello. Is my mic good?
Yep.
Yeah, looking at that store near I mean, just that entire complex, not even complex, but just like cells that are going up in Caldwell just have been exploding over the past like 10, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, just a few frames ago, we were looking at just a couple of thunder showers there, but those were, I mean, really starting to look like baby supercells, the one near Oxford as well. Weather Gamer 45 says, what will the peak time be for tornadoes? Really now through probably 9 or 10 p.m. I mean, again, we have, honestly, again, seen more than we thought we would have at this point in Michigan, but our Oklahoma storm mode still has a lot of time to keep going. And it looks like we may have another tornado ongoing east of Collinsville, Oklahoma. Looks like we got a little baby debris signature there. Let me reload Omega. It's being a little wacky. But it looks like we've got a new tornado ongoing east of Collinsville, Oklahoma. Again, it looks like that storm recycled.
Yeah.
So, again, make sure you're in your safe spot out there in Uloga. Big time tornado on the way there.
I thought it would have issues with inflow, but it seems to have figured those out because there's a lot of convection around it. But yeah, I see it slot. I see it now.
Yeah, I mean, this is really a persevering supercell. It's gone through so many mergers, and it's just kept producing. Again, this one was producing tornadoes like a couple of hours ago near Bristow, Oklahoma, and now we're watching this thing move north of Tulsa, and again, it is likely still producing another tornado.
100%. Man, I just can't get over that Michigan tornado. That was just unreal.
Yeah, for anybody that's not aware, we had a real just monstrous wedge move through parts of South Central Michigan earlier. Union City and Three Rivers have seen extraordinary damage, the likes of which we've only seen in Michigan a handful of times. We'll talk about that more in a second, but again, I did just want to get back over here to our Oklahoma storm. We do have a new correlation coefficient scan, and that is definitely an ongoing tornado, so again, we need everybody included in this newly updated polygon to seek shelter. Elba, you guys are in the direct path. Edgewater Acres, and again, Uloga, it looks like there's an Apple Market, a Dollar General, a Sonic. So, I mean, you got some stuff out there in Uloga, so make sure you're getting to your safe spot.
No, the cells in South Central Kansas are going up, and that again just SCP 2000 joules of Cape. Yeah.
Yeah, again, pretty decent environment.
They should continue to explode.
Yeah, pretty decent environment out here in South Central Kansas for these newly developing supercells. And I mean, this environment really hasn't been, attacked too much with convection yet. Oh, sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Again, this environment is pretty ripe, and there hasn't been too much convection roll through this specific part of Kansas yet. So, if I'm east of Wichita, again, I'm looking out here near Eureka down the line, even El Dorado potentially. And again, wow, just a monstrous tornado here east of Collinsville. New CC scan still bringing us that deep debris signature south of Uloga. I think it could go PDS. I wouldn't rule it out. I mean, again, it's just got so much convective slop around it that I think it's going to be hard for this thing to strengthen, but it's not impossible.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was worried earlier on about it, or not like worried, but like thinking our savior saving grace with that was that there's a bunch of convection around it.
Yeah. Well, again, I mean that's kind of been the whole thing with today. You know, like, are we going to see a discrete enough storm mode or not? And I mean that's that can change the course of an outbreak. Um, we've got okay, that's just hail there on our big storm. Again, still some decent rotation there though on our southernmost tornado warning. Just gonna make sure you're remaining in your safe spot out there. But again, decently intense tornado here south of Uloga, near Elba. So,
I was just thinking about, that Michigan, it was in at 2%. It wasn't even hatched either. I believe they had it earlier on.
yeah, the hatch risk actually did go into the Midwest further in previous updates, but all day today it's been confined pretty much, not entirely, but almost entirely west of the Mississippi River. And, I mean, the 2% did extend out here, but I don't think that anybody really thought we were going to see, a mega wedge EF4 monster rip through, almost 2 hours worth of territory out there. So again, I mean, prayers for all involved in that situation. That was a monster tornado, and again, you don't see something like that in Michigan almost ever. New CC scan just came through in our Oklahoma tour warning again, potentially including tornado, but still debris fall out there west of Elba, so make sure you're staying in your safe spot. And then our southern storm again appears to still be rotating decently. So you guys out there near Biggs, be in your safe spot. Again, if you're just now tuning in, we are watching an ongoing tornado south of Uloga, Oklahoma. This is north of the Tulsa metro area. We are watching an unfolding tornado outbreak even across pretty much the entirety of the Central Plains right now. We've got tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings. We're likely going to see a big time MCS, and I don't want to say potentially derecho, but a derecho like event overnight through parts of Missouri. So, I mean, if you guys have any family or friends out here, make sure to send them this stream, or at least feel free to. Again, likes and subscriptions are appreciated, but not required, obviously, because I can't force you to like the video. That's pretty obvious. But again, likely still an ongoing tornado here northeast of Collinsville, including debris signature though. So we'll see. Again, stay in your safe spot. Err on the side of caution. But it looks like that convective garbage around it took it out. Potentially.
I don't know if you saw the video earlier. Don't pull it up on your mainstream, but I just DM'd it to you.
Is it
That was from, I think,
from where?
Three Rivers.
Yeah,
It's from Three Rivers.
the debris.
Yeah, all that debris flying around. That's
I mean, that
crazy.
was like one of the more violent tornadoes I've seen in lifetime.
Hmm.
And again, I mean, Three Rivers and Union City, even a couple other towns were hit just really quite hard. We've got entire trees debarked. We've got homes that were wiped off their foundations. And again, this isn't a marginal risk. Barely.
There was. Yes, sir.
Oh, sorry, that was it.
But yeah, there was like chunks. There was a picture that was taken, I believe, in Union City that had like a complete chunk or a chunk of the ground missing, and there was like stuff in it. in the hole. So
No,
obviously convinced.
not to throw the conversation off topic, but Alan with the 5 gifted W's for Alan in the chat, and I see Mr. Josh Brinker. He got gifted a membership, so huge W's for Alan for the gifted memberships. The goat. Thank you very much, good sir. Really do appreciate the support. That is epic. Again, if you become a member, you can do so by clicking the link in the description of any of our videos, not streams, but videos. You get access to exclusive videos, custom stickers using chat, shoutouts at the end of every forecast, and more. Give some W's and some love to Alan down below. Again, if you're not familiar, Alan is the GOAT. So, spam up the W's.
I just like that those cells in Kansas, if they can get rooted, they're gonna have a long period of producing tornadoes, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, again, those are developing pretty quickly. I mean, within the last half hour, they've gone from showers to big-time hail producers, if nothing else. But again, with a couple of mergers and some more time in that high Cape environment, I wouldn't be shocked to see those have the potential to produce. But yeah, huge thank you to Alan, as always. I appreciate it, City. Yes, City got a gifted membership as well, so congrats. As well as Christopher, Hurricane Husky, Weather Gamer 45. But yeah. Again, big time rotation here, still southeast of Uloga. I would suspect that this storm is done, but again, I've said that about 4 times. And the past couple of days, if nothing else, they have brought long tracking tornadoes and supercells that just do not want to give up. Again, I mean, I would not be shocked if this guy tries to produce for the next hour or two still. But, again, outside of that, you got your southern storm near Biggs. That's also quite a big boy in terms of its rotation, although I will admit it has been cut off by several mergers. So perhaps at least a temporarily lower tornado threat there, but it looks like that could, redevelop a new hook, because those two cells kind of merged successfully into one big guy.
I don't know what time our very northern threat was supposed to materialize, but I felt like it hasn't done much today. And I know that was definitely a conditional threat, but
Yeah, so we were talking about that earlier. I really think that the biggest things were storm mode. I mean, obviously, it's not nearly as discreet as it is further south, but also, like, if you look at the HRRR, I mean, obviously, the instability is quite a ways lower, but even, like, shear is a little bit lower in that mode, it looks like. So, I mean, it was definitely a similarly, potentially potent threat, but you're right. I mean, it didn't really do much. New tornado warning going out for Chelsea, Bushy Head, and Foyle, Oklahoma. This is an extension for a storm that has been producing tornadoes off and on for the last 2 hours. Seek shelter immediately. This is a radar-indicated tornado warning, so the National Weather Service no longer believes there to be an ongoing tornado, but the threat is still imminent for one in these areas. So again, seek shelter if you're west of Big Cabin.
for areas of Tulsa, this is it, right? It should be their last bit of heavy rain. They're not. There's nothing back behind us, right? That should.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really have too much back behind our thunderstorms here, and even if we do instability rather is going to be destroyed. So, I mean, Tulsa at this point, you've probably got another 20 minutes of heavy rain at most, and then you're good for the night. So if you had an event to go out to or whatever, going out partying on a Friday evening, obviously, there you go.
Big in a town like Tulsa.
Yes, there are a bunch of wild animals out there. I don't even know. I know Weston lives in Tulsa, but outside of that, I don't know if anybody in like our little community lives in Tulsa.
Tampa lives close to there. I know that.
Okay.
That's all I know. I just know he lives somewhere.
But yeah. Um, at this point, again, just gonna keep watch of our northern storm here. See if she tries to recycle, and then our big storm at this point is, again, I want to say temporarily done. I really don't think that it's done entirely. I think that it's going to develop a new hook echo here south of Muskogee Nation pretty quickly. And just like that, we could be watching another tornadic thunderstorm there. Yeah, really, thus far, again, obviously ignoring our catastrophe in Michigan, that was kind of its own separate event this afternoon. Ignoring that, this outbreak was quite potent, but it could have been much worse. Again, obviously, we're not even close to done yet. But so far, I would say that I was probably expecting just a touch more. But I mean, again, the SPC had a 10 hatched, and it looks like that's verifying pretty properly. Again, these storms weren't even in the 10 hatched, but they were in the 5 hatched. So, and then our storms in Kansas that Otter brought up are still just chugging along. They're continuing to drop some big time hail there near Winfield, it looks like.
Yeah, that cell looks to become dominant out of those, at least like a group of 3 or 4 forces
Well,
of
yeah, I mean,
convection.
it's got some mergers behind it. I think that it could definitely materialize down the line. What's up, Airborne? How's it going, my dude? It's been a minute. It is always March. Yeah, I mean, yesterday will go down in history. Today will go down in history. It has been a wild, just nutty 48 hours. And we're not done. Tomorrow we've got ourselves another dual slight risk of, or I suppose just one, no, two slight risks of severe weather. That's right. And we've got a dual 2% tour risk. After that, we're calming down for a little bit, but then again, we get right back into the swing of things here. We've got a day 5 and 6 slight risk of severe weather. Got a lot of people talking about this day 5 slight risk here. This looks to be very, very similar to what we're seeing today in terms of both area and intensity potentially. So, again, watch out. We're not done with this active stretch yet, it looks like. No, you are totally good, Airborne. I have not been streaming enough. That's what I was getting at there.
Yeah. Broadside definitely doesn't look as potent.
Yeah.
At least I'm in a marginal.
Yeah, that's far. See, here's the problem. I'm getting storms tomorrow, but it's gonna be at about 6 o'clock in the morning. So, not
Get up and chase.
nah, not chasing. I'd
Yeah,
have to go to bed right now if I wanted to do that.
I know Grayson went out today with somebody.
Yeah, and he was
I
cooking.
don't think it was Levi. Yeah, but
it's
he
not.
definitely did great.
Yeah, he had a nutty tornado earlier in Oklahoma, and then he got last night as well.
Yeah, he's been cooking.
Haven't been keeping up as any tornadoes that have been significant happen so far. So if you haven't been keeping up like at all, I don't know if you're talking about just like over the past hour or if you're talking about all day, but we had a violent tornado in Michigan earlier, and it was on the ground for well over an hour. Destroyed multiple homes entirely, several fatalities. It's a nasty situation up there in Michigan. So again, prayers to all involved. There was a Menards building that was. It really does remind me of the dollar store that got heavily damaged in what was the community? It's south of Sulphur here, but back on April 27th of 2024, um, whatever.
At Menard?
Marietta. Yeah, the dollar store in Marietta in 2024. It looked a lot like what we saw with that Menards today. Again, that was an EF4 tornado. I really would not be shocked if this was an EF3 to an EF4 tornado. I mean, it's definitely an EF3 tornado, potentially EF4.
I'd like to point out that the warehouse, the Menards damage on the looks it's giving me heavy reminders of what happened in December 10th, 20. Oh my gosh, 2021 during the St. Louis tornado, the Amazon warehouse.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's again, I mean, really, whenever any big time factory or big store or anything gets hit by a tornado of that intensity, that's what she looks like.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Convective Chronicles forecast is already panning out, it seems. Our forecast is doing well. The long range forecast, we predicted planes would be, I don't know if I said slightly above average or well above average, but it was one of the two.
I just want some action over here. I can go on a chase.
Yeah, Dixie's gonna suck this year.
Oh, the one year I be able to go chasing.
Yeah, you got your license now, don't you?
I'm very close. Oh yeah, I should be able to. There's some mentions potentially going out, but I don't think my parents like that far west.
Yeah, I mean, if you, again, I don't know if they're okay with it, but if you were to ever come up here, I'm here.
I think they'd be okay with that radius. I just think getting like Arkansas, like getting out Oklahoma, that's like a really far drive too.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, again, I mean, realistically, once I get new tires on my car, my limits are probably about a 50-mile radius, even over the summer, so.
I feel like that's pretty close. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like you can do a little farther.
I don't know.
I'll try and go for a chase. It's 15 miles per minute.
So happy Dixie's not going to be active after March 15th. Yeah, that was a nasty day for Dixie. We had a lot of nasty Dixie days last year.
Man, that just April 3rd, Nashville was just filthy. We got done bad.
Yeah.
7 different tornado warnings.
Levi said he had half an hour of sleep.
Yeah, I noticed it was gonna get bad. I looked at the sounding and all that. I was like, well, here we go. So I went to sleep at like 1 a.m. and then I woke up at 2 a.m. to sirens going off. So
I was under a tornado warning and I almost got hit by an EF2 while Lake City was on the ground. So I was live, but I was downstairs. I couldn't cover Lake City while it was happening.
That's crazy. But yeah, I remember it. I mean, that night we actually didn't have school the next day.
That makes sense.
It was also a mass flash flooding event for us, and I know we had issues with that.
Same here too.
Yeah, the Nashville sirens, 0 out of 10. They're so creepy. They're so eerie.
It's wild. Alright, I know I'm flipping around the radar products a lot, guys.
Also, very off topic here, but I did listen to Netspin's early life crisis last night, and it was interesting.
I've not.
It's very rage.
I need to get into the less mainstream news stuff, because the only things that I've listened to this year are Don't Be Dumb, Octane, The Fall Off, and Casino.
I need to listen to Denzel's new mixtape he dropped.
Yeah,
He dropped.
there's a new JID song too.
There's so many drops last night. It was ridiculous.
Did 50 Cent drop? I know it was rumored that he was going to.
I heard Juice WRLD was dropping last night apparently too. So.
Oh, he do it himself?
I don't know. I don't know, man. Don't ask me. Unfortunately, I don't think he specifically could drop at this time.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. He's on vacation or something.
I guess, bro. I just want to get severe weather, though. I want to get one chase under the belt. I want to see one tornado this year. The goal. Please. Did the tornado you chase, did that get rated anything?
Nope.
EFU, I guess.
Nope. It did not appear on DAT.
That's actually funny. Will this storm in Tulsa stop? Oh my goodness. Oh wait. Oh dang it, Tulsa hasn't launched their 0Z. There'll be nothing left in the environment.
Just ever so slightly watching whatever that is near Beggs. It looks like contamination.
Yeah, I'd say that's contamination.
Is Vincent?
I don't know, it's just like a waiting game.
Vincent is live. I called him last night while we were on stream, but he left like 5 minutes in.
No, I'm not even lying. Every time I open up Twitter on my phone, I get too lazy to type out the full link, so it just opens up his account, and then I have to click the home. Like, if he ever does one of those things where it's like, most viewed accounts, I'm so cooked. And it'd be like the top person is gonna be like somebody random with 3, and then it's gonna be me at like 100. We're supposed to go up over our spring break. 1 second.
It looks like contamination there. But our storm east of Tulsa, I think, is actually done now. But hey, this thing has shocked me more than once.
Sorry, I was gonna say, as Pleasant, we were supposed to go up to Jacksonville over spring break, but the weather's not looking great over the second half of next week, unfortunately.
We're going down to Florida in mid-August, or mid-July rather. So we'll see if we get a hurricane intercept on the board.
We usually go during our fall break. That's when we go. But we finally get out earlier. We start school earlier next year. We started on the 2nd this year. And now we start on like the 10th. So it's chill.
That is a debris signature. We'll wait for the next velocity scan because it's not quite updated yet, but I'm almost 100% sure that's a debris signature west of Winchester. If you're in this area, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. This is right over the Eagle Creek Airport.
Yeah. That looks like a debris signature.
And yeah, it lines up with velocity there. So it looks like a weak tornado ongoing there west of Winchester. So if you're in Winchester, seek shelter immediately. Same thing with Hectorville, Liberty, Mounds, Leonard, and Bixby. There's a good YouTube group out here. I don't remember what it's called, but they do like storm vlogs and such. They mainly do like farming stuff, but they do like storm vlogs. They're pretty entertaining actually.
Mark? No, you're not talking about him.
Mark Payton.
I thought you were gonna talk about him. I'm not gonna lie, because
No,
he has like a
Siren
vlog
Siren
style
Head
for
was
him to
spotted.
chase.
So what is it
I remember
called?
watching him.
Paragon Ridge Ranch. That's what it is. Let's see. I know they live like right in the Winchester area. So
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
they did they've done like several storm vlogs in the past. I haven't watched them for a long time. I don't know if they still do, but yeah, it looks like they do.
But those were like he's scary. I remember. I'd
Some
be
of their
watching
most
them.
viewed
They'd be
videos are
talking.
storm
They'd have the
vlogs.
local news.
Yeah.
They take their tornado precautions so much differently here than they do there. Like the news, ours do a really good job of pushing it, but they're just every time I see a clip, it's just like 10 times scarier, bro.
Yeah. New CC scan. Again, tornado ongoing. And this is over the Eagle Creek Airport. It looks like the Eagle Creek Airport took a direct hit.
Worried
Yeah,
about Liberty.
I
It
mean,
should get. Oof. Yeah, tornado ongoing.
that Mark Payton had such. He was set up. They were set up. I mean, they had the opportunity to chase some of the greatest chasers in the world. They had hundreds of thousands of subs. They were making great videos, and then they do Siren Head spotted every video now. And I understand if you want to
Wait, they do what?
they put Siren Head spotted in the title of all their videos now. And I
Okay, that's
understand
kind of fun.
if you want to gear your video towards like children and whatnot, and you want to be more family friendly. You don't have to be a conventional storm chaser, but like why are we doing this? It makes it impossible to watch your videos now.
Bro, they were good, but I'm not gonna lie, putting that is kind of fun.
Well, it's in like every video now. I don't know. I don't actually watch them, so maybe they're great videos. But if you put Siren Head spotted in your storm chasing video title, I can't watch it. So
Let's look it up.
tornado hunting, Siren Head spotted, full chase.
Oh, sorry.
And again, they had a great channel. Like I would fall asleep to their hurricane vlogs.
Massive
That
tornado,
sounds like
tornado
that sounds like
take.
a roast, but like I meant that sincerely.
Crashed, bro. Bro, what was it? Who is like that huge YouTuber that went storm chasing? Like that did a
Unspeakable,
series on it?
unspeakable. Those were low key. Those were decent videos.
They were decent, but they just made me off, or they just made me angry because it's like, come on, man, storm chasing is supposed to be kind of niche.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I I don't think that anybody watched that video and decided that they were gonna go out and storm chase because everybody that watched that video was 5.
That's true. It's just funny to see,
Yeah.
5-year-olds deciding to like go storm chase because of one video. When was that tornado report near Bags? Oh, NWS observation at 7:19, so 10 minutes ago there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, again, this is definitely a tornado. We got a big time, not big time, but we got a CC drop.
Yeah.
And this is, again, kind of a nasty one to spot, so I wouldn't be shocked if there were a lot of people missing this one. So if you're out here near Hectorville or Liberty, you gotta get, again, to your tornado safe spot. I think if you live in Oklahoma, you know where your tornado safe spot is. But in case you don't, lowest floor of the building, middle of the room, interior room, away from windows. What else? Cover your head and all that jazz. So happy that my area will decrease for tornadoes. It hasn't barely even 4 years or a year without a single tornado warning. Yeah, that's how the OK rolls. I don't know if you're from Oklahoma or not, but looks like debris fallout maybe still there near Liberty. We'll see what this next velocity scale looks like. Yeah, looks like this tornado's occluded again. Looks like we got hit by a merger there. And if yours
Yeah,
snaps
that's
it again, feel free to like and subscribe. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, all good. As I said, it looks like it's occluded.
Just to draw our attention back here to the Kansas storm again. She's a cooking. Near Bloomington there. And Douglas. Again, at this point, I don't think there's really much of a chance that this produces a tornado, because it's not going to have... I guess it still has, actually, some of the stronger instability in our environment. I don't know, maybe. It's just going to have to do something fast. Looks like that merger could give us a new hook echo again, though. Like, these storms are just relentless.
Yep. I don't know what just happened. My stuff broke. I'm a little surprised I haven't gone ahead. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised. Is there an MCD out for the Wichita storms?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I was gonna say. They're probably gonna issues.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it depends on how quickly these get going.
Mm-hmm.
You can see storms convecting there off the lawn. That's kind of funny.
Are you on spring break right now?
No.
When do you go on it?
We don't have spring break. We have Easter break.
That's right.
They don't.
I think I'm going up to St. Louis over Easter break because
we've got like 5 days, or like not even 5, like 3 days off for Easter, and we don't have a spring break. But at the same time, we get out in May, so.
yeah, we get out pretty early, so that'll be interesting.
We've taken a lot of snow days this year.
Yeah, we've taken not really. I wouldn't consider them snow days.
Yeah, well, I said that, and then I remembered what you've seen this year.
Yeah, it's been rough, you know. That's something I never want to experience again. Even if I was storm chasing.
Well, you don't want to chase that.
Yeah, I know. You get what I mean.
Yeah.
New photos out of Bristol says some damage.
Okay.
Earlier storms.
Yeah, again, that was before we were live, but I was watching that.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually at the gym.
I might hop off here in a minute. I have some stuff to do, but yeah.
Good.
A lot of messy convection with that tornado warning. Gosh.
Yes, sir.
Here's you sounding out of Springfield. Okay. Oh my gosh, that hoodoo.
Sorry if you guys have any background noise. I think my mic mostly cuts it out, but I've got a loud family, so that's, you know.
I'm not hearing it.
Well, that's because it has, like, the Discord crisp
Oh
filter
yeah,
on
because
it.
that's the premise. The Springfield, Missouri photograph looks very funny. You have a chance to look at the 0Z.
Oh, okay. Hold up. Can you, if you just send me it through Discord, I can pull it up.
Yeah, I'll just send you a picture. It's definitely not goofy. I don't know. I'm just saying it goofy.
Yeah, if yours, or just now tuning in, we did just have another brief tornado in Oklahoma near the Biggs area. Again, radar confirmed as well as confirmed by the NWS to be radar confirmed. To get a little sneaky debris signature there, but we caught her as it moved through the Winchester area. So, again, if you know anybody out there in that area, make sure that you'll give them a call or text. Next area in line here is Bixby. And our northern storm still as well got a little bit of steam there, some broad rotation north of Chelsea. I'd imagine they're going to let that tornado warning go, though.
I sent the picture. I don't know. I just haven't seen a photograph look like that.
I guess it is kind of funny. Yep. Anyway, again, our storms in Iowa are nothing but big-time hailers and drought busters. Same can be said about our eastern Nebraska storms. These ones I could actually see a big-time flash flooding problem with because these guys over here are pretty compact and they're very dense. And again, big-time heavy rain there as well, so... I believe our excessive rainfall outlook is just a slight. I may be tripping on that, but let's pull that up real quickly.
Also, there is I believe, only a 2-county gap in between the tornado watch and a winter weather advisory.
That's pretty good. In terms of like your what's it called? I don't know, but anyway, that made a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a.
Oh,
just,
they filled it. They filled in the enhanced with a 10 sig. They went out and did that.
For where?
For the latest day one outlook. It's just all
Oh,
the
okay.
entirety of the enhanced is 10
So
sig.
we no longer have a singular individual, or excuse, what am I saying? We no longer have two individual
Yeah.
10 hatch. We just got this one big curvy guy here, and I think that makes the most sense. Again, our tornado outbreak today, in its entirety, occurred outside of the 10 hatch risk. We have not had a single tour in the 10 hatched, and yet we've still seen several significant tornadoes. Again, the new SPC update is good. It's good.
Yeah, see, I've seen people hating on it. I don't understand it.
Well, again, a lot of people just want to have a reason to dislike the most popular thing, but there's again, there were people, you know, last night. This is so ridiculous. Why is the entirety of the 5% filled out with the hatch risk? They're gonna do this every time, and then we see a violent tornado in the 5. It makes sense. I promise you.
I know. And it's also, they're not going to do that every single time
Exactly. Like
either.
that's my point. Like it's People think that they're going to add the entirety of every tour risk now. They're going to fill it all in with a Sig 1 hatch. I don't think they're going to. I mean, this is just a
No, they
really
definitely
active
won't.
stretch of events. And again, a Sig isn't the same thing as a Sig used to be. I think a lot of people are forgetting that too. Um, a Sig 1 represents the threat for up to and no greater than an EF2 tornado potential. Now, I was advocating today for a double hatched. I mean, I don't think that that would have verified, but I mean, perhaps with obviously with Michigan, but perhaps maybe our Tulsa tornado was EF3. But again, I really don't think that a single hatched is too ridiculous here.
If that um if that day 5 severe outlook gets shifted any farther east, then I think that would be I don't know, bro.
That would be a chase day over here. Actually, it wouldn't be a chase day because it'd be a Wednesday. But
I'd be able to. Oh, that'd be close though for me. 'Cause we're going on. I think we're gonna go some.
I really haven't even looked too much at Wednesday personally myself. Again, very dominant day in the discussions on WX Twitter. But let's see here. Just a second. So we'll take a look at 0Z. Usually for spring, that's when your event is going to peak. And we'll highlight the Ohio Valley. Cherry pick a sounding with supercell composite values that are higher. Again, obviously this isn't a high-res model, so these numbers are going to be much higher than they appear on this sounding, but I mean, really, this does look like a decent sounding, you know, you've got, I wouldn't say great SRH, but sustainable, you've got really nice wind shear content, instability could be a little greater, but again, as we get the higher-res models, that'll happen. You got good 3 cape, that's an environment, that's for sure. Let's see, can we get a better sounding? Yes, we can.
W cherry picked.
Yes, W cherry pick. We're gonna do it again here with
WX
Louisiana.
Twitter will love you for that one too. They're gonna rip you apart.
Who will?
WX Twitter. You're
Oh
gonna find
yeah,
exactly where you cherry picked, and they're gonna like eat you.
yeah they are. I mean this sounding looks much nicer. You've got 200 SRH in the 0 to 1. You got 1300 cape. This is an elevated sounding, so we kind of screwed up in that department, but yeah, I mean not a bad environment. And we'll shoot for the stars, aim for the moon with an Illinois sounding. Why the heck not? Yeah, I mean,
One
okay.
for Nashville
Again,
too.
not enough instability, but decent SRH. Yeah, let's do Nashville. Let's do Nashville, actually.
Heat sounding trust.
I can't get it. Pivotal breaks all the time. Random texting guy, how's it going? All right, let's throw a Nashy out.
Mid.
No 3 KP.
No. That just like enhances the risk. The like low.
Oh
It's
yeah, it
actually the
actually
lower the
does.
free
They
cube,
they
the
changed
better.
it, so that does, yeah.
We're actually aiming for. So like right now, Nashville is not doing good, or we're doing great because we have like 1,000 cape, and then the rest, every other values are zeros. So we're doing great. You guys just gotta get on a level.
Yeah, it's far. I feel that.
What is going on? Was there a bunch of heavy rain in Springfield today? 'Cause there's a precipitation
Not really.
discussion.
I mean, later tonight we're gonna see a big boy MCS. And, I mean, I don't want to call this a derecho-like event even, because it's really not going to travel too far, and its wall sits entirely intact. But I mean, you got a really big line of damaging wind gusts that are potentially extending from Arkansas back through to Illinois. And again, that kind of pushes you back into tomorrow, where you got some more damaging winds and isolated tornado potential throughout a lot of northern Dixie.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah, except for there's going to be a little bubble around Nashville where nothing happens. So unfortunately
Bro,
for
oh
the
my
area.
gosh. The NSS whatever hell the like one of those parameters that they look for severe weather had a I don't even know what it would be called. One of the like higher end risks all over Dixie, like that area, and just had like the lowest risk possible just over Nashville.
Yeah, they actually canceled Nashville. It's not able to even see severe weather anymore, I don't think.
One of the highs we had last year, or maybe 2 years ago, something like that. I forget exactly where, but there was also a slight over. There was also a slight over like North Carolina, so there was a high risk in like Oklahoma, then a slight in North Carolina, and just not even a general thunderstorm for Nashville. It was genuinely the funniest thing I've ever seen. Let's see if I can pull that up.
By the way, you said the word high, and that made me think of this. Temperature records broken for a lot of the Midwest today. We hit 80 degrees here, which I know it doesn't sound too extreme for Otter because he lives in Nashville, but 80 degrees in the first week of March, that is, I mean, that is unheard of for this area, getting record breaking.
Oh, I can appreciate that. We hit 85 today. We broke our record, at least at my house.
Yeah, I mean,
Warmest temperature we've seen
that is
all year.
nutty. Alright, last storm warning. And again, really just precautionary at this point because the storm has had a history of producing at least one or more tornadoes.
All right, well, I am going to head out now. Thank you for having me, obviously.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Thank you for joining me. Keeping company. Did he already leave? He did. I was talking to myself. Sweet. Anyway. Again, things got very quiet now that our brother Otter left, but we don't have a whole lot else to watch here, guys. I mean, I don't think this is it for the night, but for the next little while here, we're about good. Is this the longest stream of the year so far? Other than the bingo stream? I think it might be. I don't know though. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but if we could hit 25 likes, that would be epic. Just saying. Oh, in all seriousness, though, again, really at this point, not a whole lot else to dissect here. I'm debating whether or not we stay live for the rest of this tour warning so that we can sit here in silence and every 2 seconds say, hey, there's some broad rotation here, watch out. I mean, we're watching this merger kind of kill this guy right now, it looks like. But I do appreciate all the support tonight. We had almost 25 likes, which is epic, given that everybody else went live well before us. I appreciate the support, and again, Alan with the 5 gifted. I don't know if you're still in here, my dude, but you're a W either way. What else to say? What else to say? What else to say? I don't know. Again, prayers for all involved in the horrific tornadoes today. Again, Union City and Three Rivers, Michigan. Big, big night for you guys in the worst way possible, and in a way that wasn't really forecasted. Again, likely an EF3 plus tornado there, and several fatalities. Last night's Oklahoma tornadoes, we have at least 2 confirmed to be of at least EF2 intensity preliminary here on DAT. Got 2 EF2s and 2 EF1s. Again, this is a preliminary rating set of tornadoes here. Preliminarily rated, I should say. So, we'll likely see these continue to get upgraded here over the next 24 hours or so, but some SIG tours, and again, that is with them hitting very few structures. They were easily at EF4 intensity at one point. At least one of them was. Again, not technically an outbreak just yet, and probably, I don't know, it might end up being one, but outbreak requires 6 tornadoes in a 12-hour period. Right now we have 4. I don't know what's happening with velocity, but she's breaking. Anyway, I appreciate all the support tonight, guys. I think we're gonna end things off here. If you did enjoy, make sure to click those like and subscribe buttons down below. You guys are epic. Peace out, chat. I will see you all in the next one, whenever that is. We probably won't be live tomorrow. The March 14th doc needs to come out on March 14th, so I gotta grind work on that. But love you guys. See you all in the next one, whenever that is. Peace.